Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing well. In this video series I will show you how I made this adorable reindeer model in Autodesk Maya and Substance Painter. So let's get started. Firstly, take a cube and scale it up, and place it on the hip area of the reference. And now apply smooth on this cube to make it a spherical shape. Then duplicate this mesh, and place it on the chest area, and scale it up a little bit. And now, select both of these objects, and combine them. Then go to face mode, select these faces, and delete them. Similarly delete these faces as well. And now, select this edge loop, shift select this edge loop, and then extrude them out. Then bring these two edge loops together, and then go to vertex mode, and merge these vertices. And then adjust these vertices according to the shape of the reference image. After that, select these faces and then extrude out to make the neck. And now select this mesh and then apply smooth on it. And then I will adjust the shape accordingly. After that, let's create the hind legs. So I will turn on symmetry on Z-axis. Then select these faces, and it will select the same faces on the opposite side simultaneously. And then extrude out, and scale them accordingly. And now I am going to adjust the edge loops to make proper edge flow. I will delete one side of the mesh for now, so that I can focus on creating only one side, and then later on I will duplicate it on the other side. I am now focusing on creating the proper edge flow on this area, by adjusting the vertices, and applying edit edge flow on these edges. After that, create necessary edge loops, and then scale them according to the reference image. After creating the leg shape, I am going to apply Edit Edge Flow on the edge loops to smooth out the shape with proper edge flow. After that, let's create the front legs. So select these faces, and then apply circularize components. Now I will rotate these faces and align them with the body. And then extrude them out, and adjust them according to the reference image. And now, after adjusting the edge flow, delete the history. Then set the pivot on the edge of the mesh. And then duplicate the mesh, and after that put -1 on scale Z. Now combine both of them, and then merge the center vertices. And after that, apply Edit Edge Flow on the center edge loop. And now let's create the head. But first we have to check the number of vertices on the neck, and according to that, we have to match the number of vertices on the head which will connect with neck. So turn on Polycount from Heads Up Display, and then select the topmost vertices, and you can see there are 20 vertices for this neck area. And now I will take a cube to create the head. And then apply Smooth on it for 2 times. First let's hide this body on a layer. And now let's resize this mesh to match with the head. Then select these faces, and then reshape it according to the reference image. Now then, add necessary edge loops, and then adjust the vertices to make the shape accordingly. I will delete half of the faces of the head mesh, and then continue adjusting the vertices to make the shape. And then later on I will duplicate it on the opposite side. After adjusting the edge loops, select these faces on the eye area. And then apply Extrude. Then give some offset value. And then apply Circularize Components. And then adjust the eye socket accordingly. After that, apply Edit Edge Flow on these edge loops to smooth out the shape. And now delete these faces. And then select this edge loop, and adjust it according to the shape of the head. After that, I will scale it up a little bit, and then extrude out to make the eye socket. And now, with the help of Multicut tool, let's make the edge flow for this nose. After that, let's make the edge flow of the mouth area. I am trying to figure out the best possible way to make these edge loops around the mouth area by adding and deleting edges, and also by adjusting the vertices, to make a proper flow in the mesh. After creating the edge flow of mouth area, select these faces and delete them. And now, let's adjust the vertices according to the reference image. Now here I am trying to figure out the best possible way to make these edge loops around the mouth area by adding and deleting edges, and also by adjusting the vertices, to make a proper flow in the mesh. And now here I will apply edit edge flow on these edge loops to smooth out the shape. After that, I will move the vertices inside and bring them closer to each other so that we have closed mouth shape of the model. I am scaling the upper vertices and the lower vertices together in all directions to bring the vertices closer to each other. Now apply Edit Edge Flow on the edge loops to make them smooth. After that, extrude out this edge loop and bring them inside, to give some thickness. And now, let's adjust the edge flow of this nose area. After that, I will apply Edit Edge Flow on these edges and adjust the vertices to make smooth edge flow. Now over here, edges are penetrating. So I will apply Extrude on this edge, and adjust the thickness channel to spread out the edges. And now, there is a gap created over here, so I will select the upper face loop and move them down to close the mouth. After that, select all the vertices, and scale them to align them together. And then snap it with the center edge of the body. After that, set the pivot on the edge of the head, then duplicate the mesh, and then scale it to -1 in Z-axis. And now let's merge the head with the body. I will delete some of the top faces of the neck. And now I have to check if the number of vertices of the neck are matching or not with the number of vertices in the head. Now, since the number of vertices of the head and the neck are not matching, I will create some edge loops to create more vertices, and then apply Edit Edge Flow on them. After that, select this edge loop, and apply Circularize Components. And then extrude it out, and position it properly. And after that, combine both of these objects, and then with the help of Target Weld tool, I will merge these vertices. After that I will apply Edit Edge Flow on these edges and adjust the vertices to make smooth edge flow. And now I will create necessary edge loops and then adjust the vertices according to the reference image. After adjusting the edge flow of the body, delete the half portion of the mesh, and then let's make the ears, by extruding these two faces from the head. Create an edge loop from the center and then scale it up. After that, select these faces and extrude them. And then adjust the vertices to make the shape better. Now I will select all these faces of the ear part, and then rotate them and move them to place the ear properly. And now, let's create the antlers, by extruding this face from head mesh. Since the antlers have no specific shapes, so I will randomly extrude out faces and then scale them accordingly. And now let's create the tail. I will create this tail with two different objects. So I will duplicate this one and adjust the shape separately. First, let's duplicate the body on the other side, and then I will continue with the tail. And now snap the position of the tail on this edge of the body. And then extrude it out and snap it on the other side. Now I will delete the unwanted faces and edge loops. And then select the side edge loops and scale them inside a little bit. Then select these corner edges and apply Edit Edge Flow on them. Similarly, do the same thing for the second part of the tail. Now let's create the eyeball with a sphere, and then scaling it and position it properly on the eye socket of the model. After that, delete the history of the sphere, then set the pivot on the center of the head mesh, and then duplicate it and scale it -1 on Z-axis. And now I will select all the faces of the antlers and extract them from the head mesh. And then with the help of Lattice Deformer, I will reshape the antlers. After that I will adjust the vertices of the hind legs. The leg in the reference is ahead of the original pose, since the reference is a walking pose. So I will move these vertices back a bit. And now, let's create the Christmas hat for this model with a cylinder. And after that, I will set the pivot at the bottom of the hat, and then I will place the hat on the head of the model. And now let's make a muffler scarf for this model. Select these faces around the neck area, and then duplicate them. Then scale it up a little bit, and then adjust the edge loops accordingly. After that, extrude this mesh to give some thickness, then add edge loops wherever needed, and then adjust them accordingly. And finally, I will create some strands which are sticking out from the muffler. The modeling part is complete now. In the next part of the video series we will do the UV unwrapping and texturing of this model. Stay tuned for the next video. So guys, I hope you like this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get the notifications first whenever there is any new video in my channel. Feel free to ask me anything regarding this video in the comments section. Stay safe, and I will see you on the next video.